That one's so good. Today I really need to hurry up because I want to finish a couple of songs this year. Actually one in particular, the one where I showed you how to stack lead synthesizer sounds. The project title at the moment is Moment. It's the one song with Frankie where we did the recording session. I mean, you know everything about it. And I just want to sit here, work really concentrated and work on it. And actually not really film how I make it because this sometimes makes everything go very slow. So we'll do just as every week a classic track submit. First up, a song by Subholic called The Powerhouse. Okay, the cover and the name, I was thinking The Power of House, it would be more a housey track, but The Powerhouse and the cover, it's probably something more pumping. I gotta say, it's not really my style. It's not something I would listen to, but it's good. It's really good and ready for release 100%. So just send it out there to some labels that do this kind of music. Don't be shy. I think this is far enough, good enough, and there's really not anything I could complain about. I mean, yes, you could squeeze out 10% more out of it, but that's something that will come over time. For the moment, it's ready. Just go ahead, proceed your artist career, do your socials right, contact the labels, get in touch with the right people and make more music. Try to make as much as you can. I think this is, yeah, this is really good. Next up by Kalaf, a song called Survivor. Let's see what this one is. Also not bad, not as good as the first one, but very close. I'd say here maybe a couple more months and like tweaking everything and you could end up with something that is releasable. The mixing is fine. There's some little mistakes in the low end that you might have to double check. Here it's more like the main element again that I think isn't strong enough. It's like, yeah, it's a little too simple for my taste. There could be more change in it and something that just carries on the track a little more. But the foundation, like kick, bass, and the drum elements, and the effects, and the arrangement, all of that is already there. The next one by Case City is called The 99. I absolutely love the style. It's banging. It sounds a little unique, has its own kind of style, but it really works. And I think this is something that someone that likes like big room EDM could be into, and someone that doesn't like it really could be into. So I'm really into it. It's cool. It's like this bassy kind of sound. I think this works always really good in a club environment. So I would love to hear more. If I had an underground label, this one would definitely be on it. Next up, by Morton, brought back Party Don't Stop. It really seems like today we only have like strong club music. Okay, now we got the proper hardstyle, the real stuff. It's good. I mean, yeah. I mean, that's how hardstyle needs to sound like. It's not really like fine and polished and everything, a little rough, but it needs to have that. Otherwise, it just doesn't sound like hardstyle. The sounds are on point, and that's something really important if you want to do a certain style of music. You need to nail the sound design and the sample selection. And Morten does that really, really good. Like, all of his sounds are like hardstyle sounds, and he creates out of those a hardstyle track that just works and doesn't sound awkward, like someone doesn't really fully understand how the style is actually made. So yeah, congrats. Try and find a label. Arrangement is good, sounds are good. I'm not a specialist for hardstyle, so I don't know what is really going on at the moment and if it's strong enough to compete with other people, but just listening to it, I would say yes, definitely try. Find a label for that. The last one for today, just Conrad, is called Time and Again. Also this one, just judging by the cover, is probably again strong. The sound design is good, the melodies are good. Like what I don't like is like the drum selection, the sample selection of the drums. The kick is really weak, the snare is really weak. If you replace those two with kick and snare that actually works and have like punch and snap really hard, I think you got a really strong track there. Those two things are too weak and they're too important in electronic music to mess them up. So just maybe half an hour, go through your kick samples. If you don't have any proper kick samples, down below in the description you can download my kick sample selection. I think it was the Sounds and Sample Volume 1, which had like all of my secret kicks in it. It's a free download, just click on it, download it, have fun with it, and I will hopefully be able next week to continue working on the big sample pack with guitar bits and like almost entire songs for you to work with. And speaking of working on songs, now it's time for me to just sit here, really concentrated, work on that new song, and we'll see us in a bit because I want to share like one more song today for today's Track Submit edition. Okay, 4 hours later, I think I got to a point where I'm happy with the song and I'm sure I will actually release it. Let me play to you the last version where it was like stacking the synthesizers. And then the new version of today. I think a big improvement, and what I did was actually replacing the bass. The old bass was just like a Sine sub, just being there, doing its bass thing, not really interesting. I replaced it with a bass that actually has some character on top of it, and like really a nice electro vibe attack kind of thing. So it's really nice in there, a little bit of mixing, EQing, making sure to mix the main synthesizer sounds again properly and do everything really fine and detailed. And the rest was just arrangement. So I'm really looking forward to be able to release it probably at the beginning of next year. And also we're still working on the cover. As you know, I'm working on a secret cover. I haven't shared it yet. I can't tell you everything about it, but we have to get the rights. And Leonard, props to Leonard, he took care of it and got already 50% of the rights. So 2 more persons share the other 50%. If we get their permission, there will be the first real official John Sine cover of like an old song that I kind of like but also hate, but I turned it into something I really love. So that's it for today. If you're interested to submit your songs for the track submits and be selected and showcase your song here on this channel, first link in the description. We'll see us tomorrow back again here in the studio.